The scene is set for an exciting final term here at the MCG, with Collingwood going into the fourth quarter leading by only 5 points after Melbourne outscored them in the third term. It was great football indeed. Hanbury goes to ground, tries to come out with a kick but can't do so. Olsen is on the ground now for Collingwood, replacing Brewer. Collingwood desperate to win to maintain top spot on the premiership table. Got a pretty hard row to hoe in the forthcoming weeks. Melbourne, on the other hand, trying to get away from that wooden spoon. Melbourne kicking to the left of your screen. Pushed out wide. Could have been a kicking in danger there going against Collingwood, but players allowed to go on. That was Taylor. Goes to ground now. Here's a chance now for Melbourne as Gaunt sets up the handball. The opportunity for Moy. He's under pressure. Takes his own handball. No support at all for Moyer. Tackle too high, says the umpire, and he'll take the free kick. Moyer to put Melbourne into attack. Down towards Jackson. From behind, Jackson tries to do it, and it's Byrne who relieves the pressure. Goes long out towards Gaunt, who has to spoil. Picked up by Keenan. Two slow crackers. Bundled out of it by Mark Williams. He's had a ton of kicks today. Up towards Wiedemann at half forward. Can't control it, under plenty of pressure. Picks it up now. Looks for the long handball out wide to Dacos, wearing jumper number 6. A kick off the ground is beautifully marked by Hardiman.
Gary Hardiman, half-back flanked and looking for that left foot kick once again. It's off the side of the boot, close to the boundary line. Good diving attempt by Robert Flower, who has had a very big influence on this game today. Hasn't had a million kicks himself, but he's picked up Peter Dacos and successfully blanketed that star player for Collingwood. There's Michael Young going in after it. Nearly gave the free kick away. Back with Hardiman. Once again a hand pass over the top to Robert Elliott. He's almost caught. Gets the kick in towards the centre of the ground. A chance for the high flyers. Almost a mark to David Toomey. Melbourne player gets shoved in the centre of the back, and it could be young O'Brien again. And this young player, Paul O'Brien, has played a terrific game for Melbourne today. And Ron Barassi would be delighted with the form of this player. O'Brien almost in the centre of the ground. He's played on the wing and has had a million kicks. There he is, down towards centre half forward, and an easy mark, uncontested, to Tony Shaw, and that's poor play by the Melbourne forwards. Out wide he goes, and there's a loose man. Rene Kink, who's been a very quiet player in this match. Onto the left foot he goes, but it's a bad kick, and Gary Hardiman gets his third kick in the space of 2 minutes. Out wide, they refuse to kick the ball, though, Melbourne, and that's costing them dearly, as Fowler couldn't trap that. Graham Allen over the top to Kink. Kink almost caught. Now he's caught. Holding the ball, is it? Yes, said the umpire. And far too casual, Rene Kink. And the ball will go back to Laurie Fowler on half-back flank.
5 points the difference, favouring Collingwood. Into the centre. The mark taken there by Elliott. He wobbles a punt up towards half forward. Waiting down is Morris. Tucks the ball under the arm and goes for a bit of a run. Now kicks over the centre once again. A little bit of pushing there as Wiedemann tried to shovel it out the back. Flower, 2-on-1 battle here, but well done. Heads towards the boundary line. No great intent there to keep it in play, but he got away with it.
Great play by Flower, because he had a quick look around and he saw there was 3 Collingwood blokes right in his hammer, and he kept that ball in front of him.
Here's the throw-in with Wiedemann losing out on that particular occasion. A high ball up towards Moyer, under plenty of pressure. The pack very quick to develop, and umpire Carbines comes in for a bounce, with Melbourne showing tremendous grit and determination in this final term. They've really cut back the big lead that Collingwood has. Moyer threw that one away, but the umpire says he wasn't in possession, or tackled whilst not in possession, and he'll take the free kick. To half forward, looking for Jackson. Can't complete it with the one hand. Looks for a push in the back. Doesn't get it. Still a chance for them once again. Hell was O'Brien, and holding the ball, says umpire Carbines, against young O'Brien, and Ray Byrne at half-back will relieve the pressure.
There's the kick. It's not a very long one, only about 30 metres, but it's effective because Tony Shaw's marked it on centre wing, and it could be a 15-metre penalty if Graham Gaunt is not careful. But Lord, look at the mud though there, and Tony Shaw hardly able to see his number as he kicks towards the forward line. The ball comes off the hands of the pack, grabbed by Hutchison. He's trying to handball once again over to Flower. He's playing well on Dacos. He goes out towards Keenan. Now that was a bad move because Keenan's too slow to get there. Grabbed by Toomey. Toomey to Moore. back to Toomey. Good play as he goes for a further handball to Allen. Allen's in trouble, knocks it out to Moore. Good play by Collingwood. Look at the pace of Moore as he swings away onto that left foot and hooks it back to the goal square. Pennell is there, can't take the mark. Stephen Smith goes towards the boundary line with a clever knock on over the line and out of bounds about 15 metres around from the behind post. Scoreboard reads at the moment, Melbourne at 10-4, Collingwood at 9-15, 5 points the difference. We've been playing 6 minutes into this final quarter. Smith doing the ruck work over the back, going in after it for Collingwood is Taylor. He throws the ball away and the umpire is right onto that one. He scooped that one up and the free kick will be taken in that last line of defence by Philip Pennell, or will it go back to Gary Hardiman? Let's wait and see. It's Pennell going to take the kick right next to the behind post. Now it's coming back to Hardiman, is it?
Gary Hardiman from the back pocket. Melbourne defence under plenty of pressure. So far they're keeping Collingwood scoreless. Kink, a high handball into the air, socket away. Chance for Shaw, a hurry kick in towards goal. Smith is there and it goes over the line for 1 point only. So one straight kick the difference. 64 plays 70. Collingwood have kicked 9 goals, 16. Smith to bring the ball back into play. Melbourne must go as long as they can. Good looking kick back into play. In fact, it's going to eventually go down towards the centre of the ground. Scooped out the back, a chance for Shaw, looking for the free kick, sets up the handball, however. Here's an opportunity for Atkin to get it across to Williams. Too slow, however, in the heavy conditions. Now a chance for Melbourne to get out of trouble. They'll do so through Elshaw. A long kick up towards half forward. Byrne can't complete the mark. Oh, he's been paid. Plus 15 metres. Now plays on. Ray Byrne had a good day in defence. Pushed down once again. Olsen, he's the interchange player, has his head dragged through the mud.
Gee, they're dynamite, the umpires, on that, knocking the ball on you. Must make some attempt to get rid of it.
Healy. Moyer was there, can't complete it. Now Morris setting up the handball for Collingwood to go into attack once again. Hanbury. It's all right to Shaw. The Shaw's kick is a shocker off the side of the boot and goes out of bounds on the full. So again, Melbourne breathe a little easier.
I thought that Melbourne trainer was the boundary umpire then, as he had much delight in saying that was out of bounds on the full. And Stephen Smith, in front of the Melbourne member stand, kicks about a 50-metre drop punt right up towards Healy. He punches the ball away, knocked further afield by the Collingwood defenders. Over towards Kink. He kicks it off the ground. He should have picked it up. Grabbed by Pennell. He kicks it back towards centre wing. It's all Collingwood, though, and an easy mark is taken there by Kevin Morris on centre wing. And Collingwood's defence at the moment looking very, very strong in the first 8 minutes of this final quarter. He goes out wide looking for Wiedemann. The ball thumped away by Pennell. There's Wiedemann. Oh, clever play, Wiedemann, as he gives it across to his teammate Olsen. Olsen to Tony Shaw. Shaw lines up the goals. He goes straight for home, and a big fist away of Stephen Smith once again. And he's done that all day. He's already had Ross Brewer taken off him, and now he's got Craig Davis down at the full forward position.
Throw in, Smith from behind. Collingwood desperate to get a bit of breathing space here at the moment, but they're finding the going very tough indeed. And they've lost that one as well.
It's the second one against Olsen for exactly the same mistake.
Well, they're learning the hard way at the moment, because it gives Melbourne a chance to bring the ball out towards Keenan and Moore. They've both had a tremendous duel all day. Hanbury's kick is well smothered. Tapped out the back, a chance now for Hutchison. He gets away, going over centre. Plenty of pushing and shoving going on there, but the umpire allows it to go on. Morris taps it out the back, but it's all Melbourne as Hutchison sets it up again. A chance for Moyer. He goes out wide. They can set it up here, Melbourne. It'll be 15 metres there because Jackson was loose in the square.
Yep. Good decision, because Worthington on that occasion could have pulled up.
Well, this is going to tie the scores away.
Oh, what a game it'll be then. And Collingwood, if Melbourne kick this goal, will be in a lot of trouble, because they are not playing well.
Looks like Elshaw just 30 metres out, almost directly in front. A very important kick. It's a drop punt. It won't make the distance. It has only just, and it's a point.
Worthington's looking for the long torpedo. No, he goes to the drop punt instead, out towards half-back flank. Here's the high flyers. Peter Moore from behind takes the mark, plays on. That's great play, Moore. Goes straight to the centre of the ground. Out comes Hardiman, and he's playing him. Great quarter for Melbourne, Hardiman. Diving marks, and that's experience.
Yes, it'll certainly do his confidence the world of good coming back after a hamstring injury.
Here's the ball in the centre of the ground once again. Hanbury caught with the ball, is he? No, said the umpire. Play on as it comes towards Dacos. He gives it out to Williams. Williams goes for home with a long kick. There's no one there, though, and it's over the head of Stephen Smith and Craig Davis. And out of bounds. Boundary umpire racing round there. He'll throw it in. It will be about 5 metres around from the behind post.
5 points the margin. And only 11 minutes of this final term played. Anyone's game. Umpires miraculously picked out a free kick. I don't know how he does it in these conditions and with a number of players on the ball.
And he's been a good player, Laurie Fowler too, Sandy, a top player all day.
There's his kick down for Crackers, and he finds it. And Peter Moore applauding him. And, well, that's the true sportsman of a Brownlow medalist. Crackers went short, and Irwin has the opportunity to pick it up, kick somewhat blindly down towards half forward, and the Melbourne defence working overtime at the moment.
Hardiman again.
He's having a great final term, Gary Hardiman. 4 marks, gets it across to Fowler again, short to Moyer.
Healy, in fact, it is. And Gerald Healy has kicked 4 goals for Melbourne in this game, has been probably one of the best forwards on the ground. There's Michael Young, who's also been a good player, but they should keep their eyes on the ball. Mark Williams has been caught in possession 3 or 4 times in this match, but he's a good, strong player. He's been one of Collingwood's better players, no doubt about that. And there's Crackers, has made no attempt to get that ball out. Very lucky not to be penalised. And boy, when he lays on that ball, there is no way known you can get it from under him, big Crackers. And he's keen as mustard as he gets in there now. He hasn't got Peter Moore to contend with on this occasion. It's Wiedemann. Crackers gets the hit out. It's down in that pack once again. Kinks on the... No, it's Mark Williams there. As you say, Mark, you can bet on it. Every time there's a mad scramble, Williams is on the bottom of the pack.
And hasn't Keenan done a marvellous job today on the ball? He wins that one as well. Pushed down towards Irwin, who was waiting at the back. Gets a high kick. Not gathering a lot of distance, but Wiedemann takes an outstanding mark. Only a youngster, but that one showed years of experience. His kick, perhaps not so good. In towards the pocket it goes, in fact, over the line, and we'll see a throw-in. Some 45 metres around from the Collingwood goal, and you wouldn't read about it, but the sun is making a somewhat rare appearance over the MCG. We had very heavy rain for the first half of this match. Olsen and Taylor trying to get the ball out for Collingwood. Eventually it's high back towards Crackers again. He's got more on his hammer, and he won't keep that one in play. He slides over the boundary line, but don't worry, Crackers. It's been a great performance today.
Well, Peter Moore's played well too, actually. It's been a real highlight, that ruck. You'll see Moore got that one, and it's been many, all day. And there's a top player there in number 40. You saw him then, and he gives it to Zantuck. That was O'Brien. Over to Kelly O'Donnell. Onto the left foot he goes. Here's a chance for Big Jacko from behind this time. Here's Croswell going in after it. Off the ground he goes. Can he pick it up? No. Still going after Croswell. Closely attended by Rayburn. He cops one in the back. Umpire says play on. Now Jackson goes under it. Doesn't make any attempt to hit it out. Cop one in the head. Play on, said the umpire. And what's umpire Carbine's doing now? He's going to throw it up on half-forward flank, and Collingwood have made an interchange. Russell Olsen has come off the ground, and Ronnie Wearmouth on, and Jackson, good hit out too. Here's the kicked off the ground by Gort towards the goal square. Can they keep it there, Melbourne? A chance for the Melbourne forwards as they went in very hard, but the umpires plucked another one out of the air, and it's Magro on this occasion, kicks it out wide, looking for Wearmouth. Wearmouth is the idol of the Collingwood crowd, and listen to the roar as he comes around the boundary line. He's run a mile with that ball, and the umpire nearly put the whistle to his mouth. Chance here for Pennell. Kicks it in soccer fashion to Stephen Smith. He scoops the ball out to Hardiman. Hardiman has found his teammate there in Young. Young will go wide. It's a beautiful pass too, and it looks like he's found Elshaw. He kicks long right up towards the forward line. The big fly by Croswell. Worthington's there. Croswell very, very tired, and Jackson still chasing the ball though, and that's the important thing. There's Moore, gives a hand pass back towards Atkin. Atkin comes across the half-back line and kicks long. That's a beautiful kick towards the half-forward line. And which way will this one go? He's going against Dacos on that occasion to Robert Flower.
Ron Barassi gave Flower the job of minding Dacos today and has certainly restricted him. Long in towards half-forward once again. But there's the Collingwood champion.
And another clap.
This time by Brent. Moore's kick is a beauty. In towards the centre of the ground, and Mark Williams takes a good mark. Had a superb game. Found wanting a little in this final term in these conditions, but there's a beautiful kick. And he finds Davis. He'll have a look up towards full forward, looking for Wiedemann. Jostling with him is Pennell. Goes for the spoil and does it well. And puts it over the line.
And that mark taken there by Craig Davis, it'll be the first time for the whole game I'd say that Stephen Smith has been beaten.
Yes, he's been in complete control. 5 points is the difference, favouring Collingwood. And really this grandstand will erupt if Melbourne can score a goal. Wearmouth in strongly. Hardiman shoveling it out with the handball at the back of the pack. Going over the top was Irwin, and another throw in to take place. Still plenty of time for either side to snatch victory. 17 minutes have almost elapsed. One straight kick the difference. And Melbourne fighting to the finish.
Umpire James will throw this ball up in that mud patch. It's on Collingwood's half-forward line, about 35 metres out from goal. But boy, it'd take a good play to get it out of that pack, because there is at least 12 players in that pack. There's Fowler getting the kick in towards centre wing. Chance for Collingwood through Toomey. Right down towards the forward line. Oh, Pennell's dropped the sitter. Oh, he's let him in, I think. It's Dacos. He snaps. You can't afford to make mistakes at vital stages. And Dacos has put it through for his second goal of the match. And Collingwood breathe a little easier. They've gone on to 10 goals, 15 or 16. 10 goals, 16. 76 to Melbourne, 10-5, 65.
What can Melbourne do now? Here's the centre bounce. In fact, it was balled up. They've spent most of the day bouncing it and bouncing it well from that centre. Rayburn playing well. Out towards Wearmouth. With him is Hardiman. Free kick to Wearmouth. .15 metres as well. Ron Wearmouth, interchange player. Going long up towards full forward once again. Pennell this time going for the fist sensibly. Irwin goes through, loses it. After it once again, he tries to shovel it out. Does so to Williams, who gets a quick kick in towards the pocket. Oh, could have been thrown that time, but it doesn't matter because Gaunt picked it up. Goes over the head of Taylor. Moyer is there. No one can scoop it up, and eventually umpire Carbines comes in and decides on a bounce. 19 minutes have gone. 65 plays 76. 11 points the difference, and Keenan to take the free kick. Waste no time, going short up towards Moyer at centre wing. Healy is there also. Healy will be first to it. He's got Moyer on his left. Goes for the soccer, and it's taken by Moore. A high kick in towards the centre of the ground. Kink, who's been very quiet. Now Keenan. Shaw can't quite get there. Goes over his teammate Toomey. Gets support from Allen, who goes to Moore. A high kick now towards Dacos at half forward. He's the danger player. Has kicked one. Only minutes ago. Gets caught. Sets up the handball to Wiedemann. In towards full forward. Irwin is there. Tried to do it with the one hand. Davis now under some pressure, but keeps the ball momentarily in play. Eventually over the line, and a throw in the right forward pocket, and Collingwood doing all the attacking.
Difference at the moment, 11 points, and we've been playing 20 minutes into this final quarter, so Melbourne certainly still right in this match. And then this ball is thrown in about 10 metres around from the behind post. Smith knocks it out to Elshaw. He kicks it towards the half-back line. Crackers Keenan can't get there. He slips over. Peter Moore, who is a fit player, but Keenan goes in against him once again and knocks it over the line and out of bounds. And as I've been saying all quarter, and Peter Moore claps again. Well, this is might be one of the reasons why Peter Moore won a Brownlow medal. He's a very fair player, as he acknowledges good play of the opposition all the time. There's Gaunt off the side of the boot. The ball lands with Tony Shaw. Oh, he's grabbed very, very strongly indeed, and he takes the free kick almost on centre wing. very heavy conditions. You can see the mud there as Shaw, you can hardly see his number as he kicks a wobbly old one, punched away by Smith once again. On Collingwood's forward line, Gaunt kicks it towards the boundary line. It slides towards the line, over the line and out of bounds. And there's a player went flying into the fence. A Melbourne player trying to pick up who it was. Is it Hutchison? Half forward flank. Once again, Smith gets the hit out. Punch further afield, back towards the boundary line. There's Taylor going in after it, using a lot of strength, throws the ball away. Pennell was in there, now Wearmouth, and the umpire will throw the ball up once again about 20 metres out from the Collingwood goal.
11 points the difference. Melbourne desperate to get it down into that scoring zone. Just 2 straight kicks and they've got the game. At the back is O'Brien. What a fine little player he's been today. Puts it to the space. King will be first to it, will need support. Decides to go it alone and gets caught. Plenty of backup, however, for Collingwood. As finally Byrne gets a hurried kick up towards Wearmouth. Hardiman almost controlled that one long enough, and he's going to give it to him. Gary Hardiman. Oh, again, he's gone for the handball. It'll be all right, however. Melbourne out of trouble once again. Towards Moyer. Can't complete the mark. Allowed his immediate opposition in, who got a hurried kick up towards Wiedemann. Wiedemann needs support. Gets the handball looking for Hanbury. Could have been held whilst not in possession. In fact, he was, says umpire Carbines. And Hanbury takes it, plays on, goes short in towards half forward. And an easy mark taken in that position by Michael Taylor. Has found the going tough in these conditions today. But can certainly kick a football when he does get onto it. 22 minutes have been played. And the goal here will certainly make it very difficult for Melbourne. Taylor favouring the drop punt. It's a pretty good looking kick too. He's put it straight through the middle. And that's Michael Taylor's first goal, but what a handy one too. It takes Collingwood to their 11th. And they've kicked away now to 11-16 to Melbourne's 10-5.
And I feel they can thank Peter Moore greatly in this quarter, because he's loomed his big frame has loomed large across that half-back line. He's run all over the place, and when Collingwood are in trouble, you can always rely on Moore to lift his game and really produce. And I think he's the player that's really got them back into this, even though that Crackers Keenan has played a great game also against him. There's Williams, I should say, has been a top player today also, the ex-South Australian. There's Dacos being grabbed, the hand pass coming over to Tony Shaw. He goes wide looking for Craig Davis, and Collingwood starting to get on top now as Davis has marked this one right on the boundary line. Stephen Smith on the mark. It would take a very good kick to get a goal from that position with a wet ball.
Won't be a lot of time on, Peter, in this game, because we haven't had a lot of goals scored in this final term. There's the kick from Davis. It's a beauty too, straight through the middle. And Collingwood now starting to go on with it. Goal number 12, that's Davis's first. 12-16 to Melbourne's 10-5 on Seven's big league.
Yeah, it's a good goal by Davis, because he didn't stay on the boundary line.